Clyde Gateway is an urban regeneration company. We're set up to regenerate the east end of Glasgow and parts of South Lanarkshire. Bridgeton is a traditional centre and it's an area where there's a big population living, very proud population with a long traditional history and industry, but it's also suffered significant deprivation and that's quite obvious in the physical environment as well as socially. So it was important for us to deal with the existing communities and to look at what their priorities were, and the upgrade of Bridgeton Cross was one of the key priorities that came out of that.
Well, Bridgeton Cross was always a kind of a meeting place, especially with the umbrella. If everybody says we'll come and meet you at Bridgeton, we'll meet you at the umbrella. And there used to be a lot of bands, there used to be a lot of entertainment sometimes at Bridgeton Cross.
Men used to all sit under there, you know, and there was a tailor. He sat under there, and that's where they all came in order, and they all came with trousers to get fixed and different things like that. I was born in Bridgeton. We lived in Bridgeton all our days, and we all lived in these old tenements where you had four in the landing, you know, and all using the one toilet, you know, this sort of thing.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Can I thank you all for coming along this morning to the opening of the Tulloch Street Memorial Gardens. What you see is the work of both Clyde Gateway but also the local people. It's a start for us. It's a start where people actually see the difference that Clyde Gateway is making in the area.
1, 2, 3.
The people that live in this area use Bridgeton Cross on a day-to-day basis, so it's important that they're involved in the redesign of this space. So it has been important to involve them from the outset, to get their views, to bring them on board, so that they have ownership of the whole project.
Clyde Gateway have had open days and walkabouts and exhibitions so that everybody that lived in the area could come and have a look at what they propose to do and also give their views on it.
At the moment, it's not really used very well. The way it's structured, I think there's a road here, so parents will stay away from that with young children. It's kind of confusing.
I hope it to be a lot more safer, a lot more lights in the area to brighten the place up a bit, because a lot of people are still a wee bit frightened to come out.
Do you think we have a happy community just now? You do? Do you think it will be made better by the regeneration or just the same? We were approached by the Clyde Gateway. They wanted to do a project to do with the regeneration of Bridgeton Cross, and I know they approached some schools that were interested in doing it. So our stage was asked if we would like to participate, and we thought it'd be something really good, as Bridgeton is, you know, really close to the community of the school, and it's something the children really know well.
They're going to paint the toe and they're going to put engravings on the street. We went in and there was stickers like red and green, and you had to put stickers where you wanted to put them. And if green means you wanted it and red means you didn't.
If you start tidying up the rubbish and making it look nicer, then they'll think, well, if other people act like that, then I can act like that too.
In the school we've been doing artwork, posters, stuff like this to try and attract tourists to Bridgeton Cross. And there's been competitions involved so that the children can maybe win a prize, get the poster up in the train station.
When we look to design the space, we look to see how people move about the space. We look to see the sun patterns and movements, where people would like to sit in the space, where pedestrians might want to cross. So the elements that we have to then site within these are things like benches, bollards, lighting. Trees were very popular. People wanted to see some green in the space.
I think being involved in every stage throughout the planning process and actually being really genuinely consulted in how it's going to affect local people makes a huge difference.
See, as long as the noise levels aren't too bad, then we can cope with it. It will certainly be worthwhile putting up with any noise pollution or anything like that to reap the benefits. You can't make a difference in an area without there being some sort of disruption, but hopefully for the local businesses it won't be too bad, and it will be certainly well worth bearing with in the long term.
8252 mesh. My name's Andy Hunter. I work with Land Engineering. I'm a project agent for them. Generally, the scope of the works is new curbing, new paving. Paving will consist of Caithness slabs and the Chinese granite. The works involve shot blasting the full structure back to bare steel. Then doing an undercoat, and there's a grey mid-coat, and then the finished colours. Part of the works also is the refurbishment of the clock faces and mechanisms. So that's getting done in the factory through at James Ritchie's in Broxburn. On the clock face, arms and the finials, the top finial, and the coat of arms, that'll be gold leaf. As much as possible, when we go into a new job, we try to take on new trainees. Bridgeton Cross being one of them. At present, we've got 4 trainees that have came through Clyde Gateway.
You get a lot of job satisfaction because you see a finished article at the end of the job. I've actually been in groundwork for the last 4 or 5 years. It was always agency work. Now hopefully I can get a bit of security with Land Engineering. I'm from Bridgeton myself, so it feels a bit better to be putting something back into my own community.
Bridgeton Burns Club, who were established in 1870 in Bridgeton, were keen to have a permanent memorial to mark the 250th anniversary of Robert Burns, and decided to hold a design competition with Glasgow Metropolitan College to identify a design for a memorial that could be located at Bridgeton Cross.
We've undertaken quite a number of public realm improvement projects in the city centre. I think this one has had more extensive public consultation and community engagement, and that process has been quite rewarding because you get feedback and you can design something that people will be proud of, will look after and cherish at the end of the day, and that's a mark of the success of it.
I look forward to every meeting. I thoroughly enjoy it because we've really come on really well. We started with nothing.
I personally have been enthused by the support of the community stakeholder group, by the honest guidance that they've given and honest advice that they've provided throughout the project. When there have been issues they've not been comfortable with, they've been comfortable to tell me. When there have been issues with contractors, they've been comfortable to tell them, or to tell me to tell them. And on a daily basis, they've just been fantastic. For the opening, we wanted to celebrate what had been achieved. We brought the Lord Provost from the city centre out to Bridgeton. He dedicated a memorial to 3 Victoria Cross recipients who were from Bridgeton area, and he also dedicated a Bridgeton Burns Memorial that's located in the space.
That's fantastic, isn't it?
To come to Bridgeton Cross, see the marvellous work that's been done, underlines how initiatives like Clyde Gateway, when it gets alongside the local people and works on the projects in detail, can produce something that's truly wonderful, that everyone can take enormous pride in.
It's just amazing. It's really, really very good. It's very good for the area as well.
Brilliant, absolutely amazing. You can see people are actually taking pride in it again.
It looks fantastic now. The improvements are unbelievable.
I love the colours. And it was nice seeing the bell. We didn't know there were a bell in it.
It does mean a lot to me. So it's really good. I'm really proud to see it all the way it is. It's fabulous. Well done to everybody that was behind it.
We're very proud to have been involved in the works and very pleased with the outcome. The quality of the work on site is very good, and we hope that in the future it will be maintained and looked after to the same level, and we believe Clyde Gateway will do that.
The feedback has been fantastic. The community group are very proud of what they have achieved, and it has been them that have achieved a lot of what has been delivered out there, and full credit has to go to them for their role in that. They're very proud, I'm very proud of their role in this process, and I'm very proud of what we've achieved together.